everyone, my name is Rob and welcome to this demo of CodeBot for SAP SuccessFactors. To generate a workbook, let's create a new iteration. What we've done here, this is just the beginning part of generating a workbook. We've created this iteration. This link is going to open up a blank workbook. So this doesn't have any configuration information to it yet. We'll go over to the hamburger menu in iteration 6 and we'll select Generate Workbook. These checkboxes correspond to these tabs. We want to generate the entire workbook, so we'll select all, click Confirm and Start. To check in on how the execution is going, we can click this eye icon. Down here, each of these tracking request IDs is a unique bot pulling down information. So bot 492 is looking at foundation objects, bot 320 is pulling the MDF pick lists, bot 817 is looking at event reasons. And you can see most of this is still blank because the bot hasn't gotten to those yet. But as I navigate through the workbook, you can see foundation objects has already started to pull to event reason. And there you can see this time now the configuration information has started to pull down. And so in about 4 hours, iteration 6 will pull down completely. So that is generating a workbook. Now we're going to make some changes to the instance. So I do want to point out what we're looking at here. In HRIS elements, I changed these custom string 20, custom double 5, some of these labels to kind of goofy demo data. Here in the workbook, you can see they match bird, fish, orange, green, purple, and bird, fish, orange, green, purple. What we want to do is change those. So I'm going to say cat, dog, blue, red, and yellow, and I'm going to scroll right. And as I get to column AE here, this is the status column. So this is the column that's going to tell the bot what's been changed and where to make those changes. So we've got it set to past. We're going to change that to pending on those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows that we want to change. And I'm going to go to this hamburger menu. From here, I'm going to say Start Configuration. We're only making changes in HRIS elements, so that's the only checkbox we need to select. I'll enter the password, and we'll select Confirm and Start. And it gives us this screenshot to show. That label went from bird to now cat. Fish has been successfully changed to dog. These are the screenshots after the execution. Blue, red, and we'll see if yellow is completed there yet. Yes, yeah, the yellow is there as well. Back over to the instance, I'll say I want to keep working. You can see the old labels there, bird, fish, orange, green, purple, but when I click refresh and scroll down, those label changes have gone through successfully. What the compare is doing is it's showing that everything between these workbooks, if it matches, it'll highlight in green. If it doesn't match, it'll highlight in red. And then RBB permissions, this is what we call our pivot table style report for role-based permissions. Each row is its own permission. And in column B right next to it, these are the available permissions for that row. Every column is its own role. Customer examples that we stumble upon is somebody wanted access to who sees Social Security information in their role. So you can just search for what that permission is, highlight it for visual reference. And this one here, this column W, view current, view history, edit, insert correct, and that is the HR administration for localization role. And this isn't just a report. This is also something that you can execute on. So to create a new role, you can just insert a column here and name the new role. Let's say new role for demo. You can copy paste information over from one role to the next. And then this is your processing status column right here. You can set that from past to pending. Noted in the EC example, that was comparing the same instance to itself, but using that for version control. One was an older version of the workbook. I wanted to see what changes had gone through. This is a totally different example. This example is looking at what would it be like to compare a development instance to a testing instance. As I scroll, I have quick access to everything that's different in role-based permissions. Robotic testing is a very popular feature for CodeBot. And the robotic sheet is where you have your robotic test script. So in this case, we're taking Tessa Walker and we're changing her name to Tessa Lori. So when you run this execution, what it looks like on the end result, we're going to look at all of those screenshots all together. Here it is. Again, Tessa Walker is what's being shown here, and you're logged in. The bot is logged in as Anya Singh. But when I click over, you can see that workflow trigger is beginning. It's going to get these changes behind. The name change to Tessa Lori has changed, and Charles Braun will be an approver. You're still logged in as Anya Singh. And in the next one, logged in as Charles Braun, and you see the personal information change for Tessa Walker. Over to Tessa Lori. That change is now complete. Tessa Lori is available here and backlogged in as Ani Sin. So that workflow worked successfully.